and that is the smallest I've ever been. And after that show, I just realized like the heels aren't for me, figures not for me. Like definitely wanted to go women's physique. Um, and then I took a couple years off to grow. I competed again in October 23 to qualify for nationals in December 23. Um, and actually, after the local show that I did as a qualifier, I decided I wanted to try women's bodybuilding just for fun. So I did women's physique and women's bodybuilding um, at nationals in December 23. And I loved women's bodybuilding. Like I lit up on stage. It was so fun. It was so fun. I loved being on stage with all of those big jacked women and like the posing, and I was like, this is my category. This is the division I want to compete in.
Yeah,
Um,
I interviewed a couple of your comrades that competed in your class. That's
mhm.
Anastasia Ryder and Amanda Santos. So Amanda,
Yeah.
she was qualified for the Olympia, but she took a
Yep.
step back.
Hmm.
I talked with on sorry Anastasia just a while back. And right now she's going to take some time off and maybe make a return maybe the year after next. And I
Yeah.
think she also says she's going to move leaving Florida maybe by next year. But yeah, I mean, you were, I think, third. And I mean, in women's bodybuilding, you don't get a pro card in the top two like you do with the other divisions. Didn't you think about trying to do physique like Amanda did?
I did. Yeah. Well, at that show, I did do women's physique.
Yeah. But,
Um, I did women's physique at North Americans too. I think I took like fourth place or something. It
see,
was,
so truthfully, you feel like you're more a women's bodybuilding than a physique competitor.
hmm.
Yeah. We have some people coming here. My man Josh Simpkins. Shout out to Josh. He says, what's good, George and Elizabeth? Nothing, brother. What's good with you? Shout out to my man K. Elder Wonder says, well, what's up? Say, what's up to you too, brother? So now you last year you did the North Americans and you won. And I've interviewed some ladies who did that show. What was that feeling like after all that time, you're training, the work and finding your division that fits you? What's that feeling for you now that you're now IFB Pro?
Oh gosh. Like, what is it like now, or what was it like when I turned pro?
When it's like then, and then you talk about what it's like now.
Oh, okay. So when I turned pro, it didn't feel anything like I thought it was gonna feel like. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I made this huge accomplishment. It was like, all right, I just unlocked the next level. Like, the next level has been unlocked. And that's kind of just, that has been my mentality that since getting my pro card. It's like, I knew that I needed to act like pro before turning pro. You don't turn pro acting like an amateur. So I was approaching my lifestyle with that pro mentality, right? Everything's on point. Um, I turned pro and felt like, okay, the next level has been unlocked. Therefore, like, I need to show up at my absolute best. And it was one of the best off seasons. Well, kind of the only off season I've ever really had. I did take 2 years off between junior nationals and stepping on stage again in 2023, but it was sloppy. I didn't I didn't have a solid plan. I didn't follow a solid plan. Um, so this is the first off season where I had a very strict. I mean, there was no time where I felt like I wasn't in prep, I guess. It's just less cardio and more food. um, so yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited for this prep.
Yeah. Well, as my other half will say, I don't have a plan. I'm just a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know where to get one if I get it. But yeah, that's the thing about this. It's good to find something to help you in your process as a bodybuilder. The right training, the rest, the recovery. Like I often say this, when doing this content about your ladies, There's a lot more to it than just people thinking lifting weights and taking supplements and rah, rah, rah. There's so much more to this. Like
Mhm.
your coach? Who's your coach and how long y'all been together?
Brandon Ray,
Oh,
my
wow.
coach.
I've
Yeah.
you're up there with one of the top women in the world who's with Brandon. Quite a few ladies. Like I interviewed Erin Hawkins. She's also a Brandon Ray's client. Also Angela Yo, the late Amy. I didn't get a chance to interview her. I would love to have meeting her. Amy Mendez. That was one of Brandon's clients who passed away a while back, and we know some successes of that. I mean, I think he's doing pretty good with you ladies.
Yeah. I mean, we were in contact in my off season. He was helping me with my back double bicep. And we did a FaceTime posing session. And I was just like so blown away by the 30-minute posing session that I was like, okay, yeah, you're gonna be my coach for sure. Um, just uh, just tons of knowledge there. Like he knows what he's doing with training, with posing. One of the best posing coaches in the game for sure.
Yeah, he's up there. Like, I think some quite a few people like Kenny Wallach. He's a very popular coach. There's also a friend of mine, Janine Lakowski. She works with pretty much with some coaching. And also, can't forget Christina Mendoza. As you know, recently she made an announcement she's moving down to wellness.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
think
mean,
it.
that makes me sad. I love her posing routines. Her posing routines are so good. And like I just love the look that she brings to women's bodybuilding. She was one of my absolute favorites. Um, but if she's happier in wellness, like heck yeah, she's gonna kill it in wellness. Her wheels are insane. So,
Yeah. Well, you see, you look at the wellness girls now. Some of them, pretty much, they are at the level, maybe the bottom half of like female bodybuilders. Like there's one lady I follow, Tiffany Sam, and I think she's
mhm.
competing in Olympia this weekend. And
Yep.
her physique is just crazy. She could be a woman's bodybuilder if she just maybe put a little more effort to it.
Well, there was a
Uh,
minute there. For a minute, she was gonna go into women's physique. I think she was gonna move up. She was hitting upper body. Maybe that was a social media joke. I don't know, but I thought for a minute there she talks about moving up a division.
Well, I think eventually, as y'all knows, like sometimes as your body grows, develop. Like people say, well, it's about when the vision picks you, but sometimes it's about how you grow and develop as a person. Like yourself, you were doing figure before, then you went
Hmm.
to physique, and now you went into bodybuilding. Look at
Hmm.
Ashley Jones, who was doing figure for a long time, and then she went to physique and got two Olympic qualifications, and now she's number 3 in the world at the Olympia and the Rising Phoenix. I
Hmm.
think with some women, they often use excuses. I don't want to go there because I feel less feminine. I don't want to. But here's the thing: is the way some ladies train, they train heavy, they train this style that way, and as your body grows and evolves, sometimes it's not a point in sticking a vision where you're outgrowing.
So actually, Sandy came here for a posing seminar in Minnesota, and there was like a little Q&A, and she made the comment like you should pick the class that you like to train for. Like, uh, I think a few bikini competitors were asking her if they should move up to wellness. And she was like, well, how much do you like training legs? And do you like to train heavy? And do you like to train legs often and heavy? And is that something that sounds fun to you? Right? It's like if you aren't interested in that, it's not your division. You know, if you love training upper body, wellness probably isn't your division, you know?
Yeah, that thing is, I think everybody has to find a thing that really, because bodybuilding is a passion sport for a lot of competitors. Some just want to be on the stage and prove themselves. Some want to hit a big show like the Olympia, and some just do it because it was something that they found, especially when they're going through something in their life. Like I talked to ladies where they have done with either abuse, domestic abuse, the abuse of food, or so many other things. Like in your time, what really inspires you about being a bodybuilder?
Ooh, I it goes back to training. Like for me, it all started with training. I love training. I love pushing limits. I love pushing the limits in my mind. I love pushing limits in the gym. And that's that's what I have found with bodybuilding is it's like something feels impossible and then you do it. And it's like that's the new you just unlocked that level and then you keep unlocking levels. There's levels to this. But I think that's what makes me excited about this sport, about continuing in bodybuilding, is there's always another level. There's always improvements. Um, like this prep, someone was asking me the other day, like, "Oh, is the hunger getting to you?" No, it's not. Um, do I feel hungry sometimes? Yeah. Is it hard to like push through your day? It can be challenging, but it's not like the first prep. I think it's like in your first prep, you've never experienced that before, um, but then you make it through and you make it to the stage, and then it's like, oh, okay, I can do that. And then the next prep, it's like, oh, I've been here before. I've done this. I got this. And I think you
Mhm,
just continue to unlock those levels.
mhm. It's like finding your what the thing that really inspires, not so much inspires you, but the thing that drives you, when you get to the sport, the training, the dieting. The dieting is the very most important part about it because, not everybody can like do what some of y'all people do. Like, like I know one thing is I'm a fat dude. I like good food. I mean, it's like something salty, sweet like that. But then I know as a bodybuilder, that's something you don't always need.
Let me
It's good,
tell you, it's not
but
that I don't like those foods. It's not that I don't want those foods. It's just, but yeah, in bodybuilding, you choose to stick to the goal that you have set.
Mhm. And it's important that's discipline. That's the important part about it because motivation can change with the win. But as long
Mhm.
as you have the mindset, it's like, you know what, I have a goal and I want to achieve it. Here we have some comments here. Uh, Shout out to my man Josh 60 says, speaking of hunger, what is your favorite cheat meal? Wait a minute. Give her a minute. I think she just probably had a call or something. She'll be right back. So, guys, and the guys, it's technical difficulties. It's like,
Ah, I'm sorry. Yes.
yeah.
What is going on now?
What is it?
Like half the screen. Can you see me?
I can see you. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay, I can see you. That's good.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Yeah. So don't worry about it. Sometimes,
A phone call.
yeah, that's sometimes the technical difficulties. But yeah, it's just one. But my man Josh asked you. His question says again. He says, speaking of hunger, what is your favorite cheat meal?
Burger and fries every time. So good.
That's typical. That's almost every bodybuilder. I mean, burger
Gotta be
fries.
sweet potato fries though. I'm a sucker for sweet potato fries.
I like regular fries. I like the crinkly kind, or sometimes I can be moved for tater tots. Get a little chili and cheese on it. You have a good time. We got here a comment from my man. Shout out to my man KL. He says, I I like your reels, Elizabeth. Don't use say don't use I against me. Don't use it against me. If I repost your content on my YouTube channel. Yeah, so he's
Oh,
he's a fan. Yeah, he's a fan.
okay. Cool.
It's fair. Yeah, that's pretty cool because I think a lot of us guys who follow bodybuilder, especially y'all ladies, we're fans. We enjoy. I think I have to admit my crime, Elizabeth. It's a crime that I don't want to admit, but I know I must do it. I am a muscle person. I think some of y'all ladies are just something, just intoxicating. I mean, I've been a fan of bodybuilding for a long time, but for you ladies, I really, really respect what y'all do. But yes, I think there's some beautiful women like yourself, and you mentioned some other ladies that's out there. One lady I'm a fan of is, you guys know who I'm talking about, and I call her. She's my girlfriend, and she's the current, about to head for a sixth title. Andrea Shaw. I think she's so lovely. She's so amazing. I mean, like who do you admire as a bodybuilder and respect their physique or their overall dedication to the sport?
I mean, she was like the number one. I've been, looking up to her. I started bodybuilding in 2020, right? Like she's kind of the face of women's bodybuilding. She has been since I started, right? Um, but I'm really excited to watch the Olympia this year. I mean, women's bodybuilding is stacked. There's so many good competitors. Um, I look at what's her name,
Tyke.
Yeah, Melissa Tyke. Like the conditioning she's bringing and the size that she's bringing is insane. But
Yes.
um, Angela, like she's gonna look insane. She's gonna look insane. And then like Ashley Jones, super excited to see her. I look up to these women so much. Like work ethic and um yeah, just what they bring to the stage. It's incredible.
Yeah. One thing is a friend of mine. Her name is Eunice. She runs her own company, Bad Rap. And a while back, actually she was in Orlando when they had last time they had the Olympia. And she was talking about they might be moving the Olympia again. I think it might go back to Orlando because some of them said they liked that time when they would had the Olympia Orlando. And she was there that year. She got me this issue because she sent it for his birthday gift. It's not just a regular issue of muscle development, even though they don't do the magazine anymore on hard copy. What made it so special for me, and especially as a fan of this lady and I appreciate the support she has, given to me as a fan. She signed it.
Yes, that's awesome.
That's awesome. I mean, I just love that. So, folks, while we have Elizabeth here, what we'll do here, we're going to jump into her social media for a bit. If you want to follow her, her links in the description of this slide. If you want to support her upcoming plans as a pro or just as a competitor, reach out and generate interest. But guys, it's no official Elizabeth. I say this as guys, no weird stuff. Stop it.
Please.
No, none, no. Come on, guys. I know ladies like her. They get you a little excited, but please have some decorum, have some common sense. So we're gonna jump into her, IG for a bit. You want to follow the links here. Here it is, and is this a recent picture of you?
No, that was a week after North Americans.
Wow, you
Well
just look,
fed,
yeah, you just like
carved up.
wow. Yeah, you really look. I think you deserve that win. I mean, I
Thank
talked to
you.
a couple of ladies that competed that show, Jennifer Rudolph and Stephanie Herrera. They competed there. Stephanie won in both physique and figure, and also I think Jennifer won in women's bodybuilding. Here's just your championship. Wow, I think you have a beautiful physique, man. I ain't gonna
Thank
lie.
you.
Yeah. What do you feel is your best physical asset?
Ugh, best physical accent. Quads. I have a lot of people be like, "How you get your quads jacked?" 12 years of hockey, I think.
Huh. You
12,
played
12
hot.
years of skating helped.
You played hockey.
It did.
Oh, well, you're up there from Minnesota, so that's why you're used to Minnesota. Down here south, we don't have that. Our
So
winters don't
true.
last. Our winters don't last no more than maybe barely a month or a half before everything starts becoming cool. But how long you been living in Minnesota?
My whole life.
Yeah, like me, I've been in North Carolina most of my life. You know,
Hmm.
yeah. But yeah, you do have some great quads. What does you feel like the thing that you need to work on the most?
This off season was all about arms, getting my arms and my shoulders and my glutes up. Was the main focus. Upper
Mhm.
body, bringing up the whole upper body.
Yeah, I think this thing about any athlete, you want to have that great complete look. You want the great detail in the shoulders. The back is a very important part because right here you got a great back. I mean, you got a lot of tattoos. I mean, yeah, nice little sign. Is that a look like is that a lion right there? I'm
It
looking at.
is.
Yeah.
Yup.
How many tattoos you have?
Maybe like 6 or 7.
Yeah. But like I said, yeah, you do have that potential. You have a great physique, great width, size. I mean, yeah, and I think you got someone like Brandon working with you. I think he can bring it up to you. Now, what's it like for you? What's your day to day like when you're home and you're training? What's that? What's your schedule?
Yeah, so I wake up at 5. Um, and I have my moment I take my supplements, I drink some coffee, and then I go get on fasted cardio. I do my fasted cardio, come back, have my first meal, get ready for work. I get to work around 8:30, work until 4:30. Go to the gym, I train, and then I practice posing, post workout cardio, and then home to pack meals for the next day, get everything set, go to bed as early as possible to get as much sleep as possible, and wake up and do it again. I coach part time and I'm a personal trainer. So sometimes on rest days, I'll go from work to personal training and I train clients on Saturday mornings. So it's just a routine right now of fasted cardio, a work day, and then to the gym.
Yeah. And how long you been a trainer and a coach?
Gosh, 7 years?
Oh,
Like that. A
yeah.
little longer than I have been a bodybuilder.
And what got you into training and coaching?
CrossFit. CrossFit actually got me into it. I was going to a CrossFit gym and I drank the Kool-Aid super hard. I loved CrossFit so much. So I did like a weekend certification course and started coaching CrossFit classes. And I did that for a while. And then I went to school for physical therapist assistant. Um, and from there, moved into personal training, moved away from CrossFit, moved into personal training.
Yeah. CrossFit is a very popular sport. I mean, I think it's a little bit more popular than bodybuilding, you might say, because it's very mainstream compared to bodybuilding.
Yeah.
More people are recognize it. It's more, even though bodybuilding starting to grow in the world. Like I interviewed a lady from Germany. I got an interview in a couple of days with a lady from Great Britain. But I think there's some CrossFitters that I think has transitioned into the sport of bodybuilding, or who are either transitioned from bodybuilding to CrossFit. Here she is with an interview from a man, um, with a man, uh, Jeremy. That was about, I think about, was a couple months ago, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like
So
that. I don't know. It's all blur. Time's a blur.
yeah, I tell you, time is flying. See, we just started the summer, and now we're almost going to start into another year. I mean, it's crazy.
Hmm.
Especially when you get to my age. It just seemed like Christmas used to be like took forever, and birthdays came around every once in a while. Now Christmas is like around the corner and birthdays are like every other day. So, but the CrossFit thing, that's pretty interesting. And that's like I said, it's a very popular sport. And that's the thing about this. Everybody who got into bodybuilding have their backgrounds in athletics. Some ladies I've talked to said they got into because of health reasons or whatever else. And being a personal trainer, is your clients a mix of competitors and also lifestyle? Or which are
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, it is. I have lifestyle clients. I have a few competitors that I'm working with. And sometimes lifestyle clients turn into competitors, which is awesome. I love that.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. I mean that's one thing because you're helping somebody change their life, and then you find this like your passion for bodybuilding. They find that what, let me try it for myself. Here, shout to my man here, Josh. He says Elizabeth has amazing muscularity. Appreciate that, brother.
Thanks, Josh.
Also, we got a shout out from man Alex, and Alex right now he's in Vegas for the Olympia. Shout out to my nephew here. He says, "Yo George,
Jealous.
yeah, yo
Have fun,
George,
Alex.
yeah, yo George. Hello Elizabeth, how are you? We're fine, brother. How are you? I mean, yeah, I met Alex a while back. I was at over to Tampa because our friend Eunice, she runs her own company, Bad Rap, and as I got to pull out the hat, I always want to shout Bad Rap. The moniker, big and defined, ripped and pump. I always want to bring her head out, instead. And it was a great opportunity to go to someplace like Tampa and to meet like female bodybuilders and people in the sport. Like I got to meet Bob Chickarello and people like Kevin Levron and and even some ladies who I followed the interviews with.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. When did the last show you, other than the North Americans, what did the last show you been to?
I went and watched Anastasia in Chicago at Chicago Pro.
Yeah, a friend of mine was competing at Tina Williams. She did pretty good. She, it was a great show. And I mean, Melissa looked great. I mean, uh, people was really shooting for Christina, but she was a little off this that year. Here from my man, shout out to my man. He just says, "Do you have any muscle worshippers, Elizabeth?" And teasing, LOL.
I do not.
Well, that's the thing is, I think most people think women like yourself are not very appealing because it said again, the everyday person like are curious about why would a woman get a sport that's very so. That's why I say the word like muscular masculinity because they see it as very a masculine sport, but it's a sport like any sport, and you found a passion for it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. To each their own. Some people don't love the look. That's okay. They don't need to. Some people don't understand. You know what? Most people don't understand, but that's okay. They don't need to understand. I don't need to understand why somebody loves cross country, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna make fun of them for doing it at all. Um, it's like everybody has their thing, and bodybuilding has given me personally so much. Um, the friends that I've made, confidence that I've built, the ability to see something through all the way to the end, to stick with something, to stick with a plan, to have a vision, and to see it through. Like that has given me so much. So, yeah, love
It's
bodybuilding.
also and also the fundamentals of it. The discipline, the training, the factors that go into, especially as you grow as yourself as an athlete. I mean, again, this is not a sport for everybody. Not the everyday person, not the everyday Tom, Dick, and Harry can jump into it and just thinking, hey, I could be Lee Haney. No, unless you don't diet, train, you could like people tell me, especially if I talk to bodybuilders, they tell me like George, they can take the gear or stuff, whatever I take, but if you don't follow the regimen of the diet and training and everything that's involved with it, they're not going to look like a Lee Haney or look like a Samson Dua or Angela or a Jessica Reyes Padilla or any other competitors. Yeah.
No, I can say that I have taken supplements when my food hasn't been dialed in and I just looked fat. It's not a magic pill. It's not a magic thing. Everything. And like, this is what I tell competitors when they start and they're young and they're asking me about supplementing. And I'm like, if you don't have your nutrition, your training, your sleep and recovery absolutely dialed in, you have no business touching anything. Like all of that should be so dialed in, and you should be getting the absolute most that you can out of your nutrition and your training and your recovery before you're touching any supplements.
Yeah, it's good advice because you just don't want to jump into something and then you feel like, hey, you didn't do this, didn't do that, but you told them what you need to do, but then they don't
Mhm.
like, especially with young people, they want everything quick, fast, in a hurry. But there's nothing ever is done overnight. You got to take time.
That's the hardest part about bodybuilding is there's no instant gratification. It's a long game.
Yeah, and then also it's a very expensive hobby. It's a sport, but still a hobby in some aspects of it. Compared to, I say like this. This is my moniker. I'm always gonna say this. Compared to the ladies, the guys got to wear a pair of banana hammocks and board shorts. They do have their costs like food and everything else, but for show day, y'all ladies have to look presentable. You have to have that the glamour and also the muscle. I mean, the cost of your suits to travel, especially as an amateur, you have to pay to compete at shows. And even in the pro, if you're a master's competitor, you have to pay, and then all that's involved in it. I wish some way that there was more ways as incentives, especially for prize money. If one time the Rising Phoenix had $50,000, I think it ran it down to 10. Most shows, you go to a show, if you win first place in the women's division, it's maybe not enough to even cover your costs.
Yeah. No, it's not. It isn't.
Yeah.
If you're looking at how much a prep actually costs, no, the winnings are not enough.
Yeah, think about it. Like guys like Samson, he'll walk away with almost nearly $1 million. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he just shoot up the prize money to $750,000. You got to think about it. That could be enough to after taxes, you can live like a big king, a queen, a dog, big dog.
Yeah, yeah, seriously.
Yeah, and also who designs your suit? Because your suit I saw from the what's the face? It was a nice suit.
Where's her card? I had a card. Oh, I'm so terrible. I forgot her name. I'm the
That's all
worst.
right. That's all right. If you ever
It's the
remember it,
same woman that did Anastasia's suit.
I think it's either
It starts with a
Peculiar,
V.
VV.
Vendella, but oh my gosh. I
Don't worry
feel
about it.
terrible. I don't
Don't feel
remember.
terrible about it. It's the prep brains. The prep brains. Look close.
It
Look
is. It
close.
is the prep brain. This is my first time working with her. She's amazing. She's very detailed, very organized, and I'm really excited to get my suit. I'm going with a different color than I've ever gone with before, so I'm excited about that.
So so there's a plan. Says you're on prep. So what is the plan? Is next year 2026 is going to be the debut of Elizabeth
Oh,
Moline?
I my show is the Steve Carr Classic, November 8th. I'm 5 weeks out. Yeah.
Whoa! Big news, folks. Big news. He's going to be at the Steve Carr Classic. Shout out to Austin Carr. The show is dedicated to his dad. He announced this year he was adding women's bodybuilding. That means that weekend on the 8th will be two shows for women's bodybuilding, the
Yeah.
Steve Carr show and also the remaining Muscle Fest. And that's great because there's not that many female bodybuilding shows after Olympia. I think it was at least has,
No,
I think
I think the soonest one after that is in Vancouver, the Vancouver Island Showdown.
actually is the Triple O.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Forgot
Yeah.
about that one.
One of my secrets, madam, is that to quote my master Raza Gula Demons had taught me, beware surrounds all time, young master Wayne. Never give a show footing for a killing below. But yeah, I mean that's a good show. A lady who I follow, she won that show. Another lady who I've interviewed, Tiana Flex, she's also both of them are Olympia qualified. Chelsea Dion did that show. Then she did the Vancouver. She won that show. It's I think somebody says it's tough to get to Vancouver because you have to take a bunch of flights here and there, and I
Yeah,
think one year I think somebody told me that even Montgomery said that she lives in Portland, so she had to take the ferry,
very.
then had to take another flight to get there. Well, folks, what we'll do is this: we're going to pull up a video from when Elizabeth won her pro card. So I don't know if she ever saw it. So
No, I don't think I've ever seen it.
well, it's again is I'm often aware of my surroundings, mistress. So we're gonna share it with y'all. It's a great and you can see the expression and how she felt and and that feeling of now being an IFB pro. So I'm about to play it right here.
Good evening, everyone. This is Skylar Lanier, IFBB Bikini Pro, here with NPCNewsOnline.com at the 2024 NPC North American Championships. And I'm here with Elizabeth, who is now a new IFBB Pro, who won her pro card in the heavyweight women's bodybuilding. So how does it feel now that you're an IFBB Pro?
Doesn't quite feel real yet. It's something that I've been working towards for a long time. So, yeah,
Oh, look, I'm
it's
about to
kind of
cry.
slowly starting to
Yeah.
sink in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I will say it doesn't quite hit you
Yeah,
like a couple days, weeks, and then one day you're like, oh my god, I'm an IFBB Pro. Like this is so cool.
yeah, absolutely.
So
Something that I've been envisioning for myself for a long time. So for it to actually come to fruition is just awesome.
how long have you been competing for?
Since 2019,
Oh wow,
like 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. 2019 was my first competition.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you always done women's bodybuilding, or did you start off in a different division when you first started?
I started in figure.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I went to women's physique, And actually, my first women's bodybuilding competition was at Nationals in December.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what made you want to switch?
I want to get big. I love to train. I love training. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
So like eating the meals and lifting the weight, the consistency. I want to put on size. I want to get big. So love women's bodybuilding.
Now, I mean, you look incredible. So what would be one piece of advice you would give to like a new competitor that's starting off? And it doesn't matter like which division, they just really want to get it into fitness and they want to work out.
Consistency. Like without consistency, you have nothing.
100%.
Yeah, meals, workouts, recovery. Like consistency is key.
I agree.
Yeah.
I very much agree. Now, I know you want to get out of here and eat before all the restaurants close. So who would you like to thank before you head out?
Oh my gosh, my coach, Tim Thompson, just helped me so much. Has taught me so much, and yeah, helped me get through prep. So yeah, off season prep, he keeps my head on straight, and yeah, keeps me going. So appreciate you, Tim.
Well, that's good. It's very important to always have a solid coach. Well, congratulations again and welcome to the IFBB.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. This is Skylar Lanier with NBCNewsOnline.com signing out.
Well, congratulations there, young lady. I mean, I know you said you about to cry. There's no crying in bodybuilding. There's no crying.
At the beginning of that interview, I was tearing up a little bit. Like, oh, here come the waterworks.
Well, you got to think about it. The time you put into the sport, investing in it yourself, and then you like I said, you missed it at the Nationals the year before, and then you come here, you win the overall title, which means that boom, and this, like I said again, it's just about finding your place in the sport as a bodybuilder and the training. And you said again, when you mentioned the consistency, that's the important part. I think people need to mention that if you're not consistent in the training, you said again, don't understand the factors that involved in the sport, then you can't be able to mix that next level, like you often say.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. We have here from a man, shout out to my man Alex. He says this. He says, Andrea Shaw, Ashley Jones, Melissa Tyke, and now Elizabeth all transitioned from, he says this, he posted, says, figure to women's bodybuilding. I'm seeing a pattern. It's true, because you know what? I think there's some ladies right now I'm looking at that could go to women's physique, but again, they can use that excuse. They want to picture holding themselves. They want to, state divisions feel like when you start outgrowing something, it's time to move on.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, it's about the look that you like, the look you want. It's like, do you enjoy training like a female bodybuilder? Do you enjoy the diet of a female bodybuilder? Like I ate way more this off season. I've never been 215 pounds in my life, and I was 215 pounds in January. But like I was committed. I wanted as much growth as possible. And I was 19% body fat at my highest body fat percentage. I've been a sloppy 200 pounds. It's different. It's different. But yeah, it's like if I was extremely uncomfortable there, I probably wouldn't do women's bodybuilding. If I didn't love arm day and like training a split of, legs, back, chest,